Tonight's News in Brief is brought to you by Coors Premium Beer.
Good evening, everyone. Some French soldiers are the latest victims of a truck bombing in Lebanon. A truck filled with explosives today drove up in front of the Beirut headquarters of the French peacekeeping force. The driver got out and fled, and the truck blew up. At least 5 were killed, possibly 8. The death toll from nearly a week of storm and bone-chilling cold has now reached 47 in the Midwest. Temperatures rose somewhat today, but a new cold wave with heavy snow is heading for the Ohio Valley tonight. Egypt's foreign minister has told President Reagan if the Israelis pull back from their positions in Lebanon, then the Syrians might do the same. Egypt feels that the problems of the Palestinians can now be handled politically as well as militarily now that Arafat's PLO guerrillas have left Lebanon. I'll have more news for you in a moment. Cocaine use among Americans is increasing, and the use of marijuana becoming less popular. LSD, the popular hallucinogenic of the 60s, is making a comeback. That's the word from Francis Mullen, director of the DEA, the Federal Drug Enforcement Agency. And in Luling, a Baptist minister has been booked with attempted murder. He drove his car through the wall of a clinic in which his wife worked. Reverend Eugene Turner then fired several shots at her, wounded her, but did not kill her. That's the news.
Tonight's News in Brief has been brought to you by Coors Premium Beer. Tonight's News in Brief is brought to you by Winn-Dixie.
Good evening, everybody. Some French soldiers are the latest victims of truck bombing in Lebanon. A truck filled with explosives drove in front of the Beirut headquarters of the French peacekeeping force today. The driver got out and fled, and then the bomb exploded. At least 5 people were killed. The death toll from nearly a week of storm and bone-chilling cold in the Midwest has now reached 47. Temperatures rose somewhat today, but a new cold wave with heavy snow is heading for the Ohio Valley tonight. Egypt's foreign minister has told President Reagan that if the Israelis pull back from their positions in Lebanon, the Syrians might do the same. Egypt feels the problems of the Palestinians can now be handled politically rather than militarily, especially now that Arafat's PLO guerrillas have left Lebanon. Consumer prices rose a moderate 0.3% in November. That keeps inflation near last year's 3.9% level. Official Washington says the nation is enjoying, quote, a solid economic growth. I'll have more news for you in a moment. Well, 4 people arrested in Britain today are believed to be Irish Republican Army sympathizers. The 4 have been under surveillance since that car bombing Sunday that killed 5 people at Harrods department store. Weather forecast, good chance of rain, about 60% tonight, about 30 tomorrow, low tonight 55, high tomorrow about 65.
Tonight's News in Brief has been brought to you by Winn-Dixie.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's movie on Channel 26. Tonight, George C. Scott and Ava Gardner star in The Bible. That's the 7 o'clock movie beginning now, here on your movie station, Channel 26.
Something new is about to happen, and it'll soon be coming into your home starting New Year's Day. Stay tuned to WGNO Channel 26 for details.
We'll return to George C. Scott in The Bible immediately following these messages.
Sunday afternoon at 12:30, the warmth and old world charm of Johanna Spyri's children's classic comes to Channel 26 when Shirley Temple stars in Heidi.
I've brought the orphan to live with you.
Get out of here.
How do you do, Grandfather? I'm very glad to see you.
Heidi, Christmas Day at 12:30 on the movie station Channel 26. Channel 26, so good to turn to for Laurel and Hardy in the comedy classic March of the Wooden Soldiers.
You don't have to run away. Nothing to be afraid of. You're not scared now. No. They're not half as bad as they look. There they are! Follow me!
March of the Wooden Soldiers, Christmas Day at 4 on the movie station Channel 26.